Alrighty. Howdy, y'all. Hope y'all are having a great day. Today we got arms. It is one of my shorter days for sure. I usually don't even pass an hour on this workout, but I do 2 bicep, 2 tricep, and then usually 2 forearm. However, recently I've been having pain in my hand, kind of like from here to down into my wrist and then kind of around here. I don't really know what's wrong. It's been like that for about a month, but I've just been kind of trying to push through it. But on the agenda today, we do have some some drag curls, or what are they called? Bayesian? I don't know. They're the face away cable curls, pretty much. Excuse me. And then we have probably some preacher curls. Probably not single arm dumbbell. Although we'll see if the easy bar preacher curl spot is open, because it normally isn't. Which is why I end up using the straight bar a lot in my back and bicep day. But after that, do some overhead cable tricep extensions with hopefully the curved bar. While this gym does not have too many machines, or at least not a lot of each machine, just one of each pretty much, it does have like 5 cables, which are pretty nice. Then after that, probably do some single arm cable tricep push downs. I do like that one a lot. I may do normal push downs, we'll see. I kind of always do the single arm tricep push downs on both of my tricep days, but it's just because I really like doing them. And then for forearms, I either do behind the back curls, or I'll do have my forearm on the bench, just wrist curls with a dumbbell. There'd just be wrist curls. And then, sorry, my throat's like really clogged up. And then I will usually do reverse easy bar curls or reverse barbell curls, depending on what's open to me that day. But excited for a good day of lifting. Arms are definitely one of the points on my physique that I think need improvement, especially my biceps. They've definitely gotten stronger, but their definition definitely needs some more work, to be sure. I got another thing that watching videos back helps with is I notice a lot that I say and I've always been taught in school that when you're talking, you need to not be saying So I'm working on not just going It's just kind of like natural, But for good public speaking or whatever, just speaking like this, you usually don't want to be going So I was getting self-conscious, so now I call myself out for it, so it's not as bad. But yeah, so good arm day ahead of us. Damn it, I did it. See, I did it again. It's gonna be a good lift day. I do not know how, but I managed to forget my tripod again, so my apologies for these horrendous camera angles. However, we are starting off arm day with some good old drag curls, or Bayesian cable curls, or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Drag curls, and those I think are similar. I mean, I'm probably wrong, let's be honest, but that's what they both looked similar. But that's what I'm starting with. Moved a lot more than not a lot more, but I was moving more than I did on that last arm day when I did these, so I'm pretty happy with how it went. I felt like my form was pretty good. Everything was good and stable, and I was moving more weight than last time, so that's always a plus. Then following those drag curls up, we have some easy bar preacher curls on the normal kind of bench for them, stand, whatever. I haven't done them that often, honestly, recently. I have not done just free weight preacher curls. I like to do the dumbbell single arm one more, so there's a good chance I'll just do that workout for both of my bicep workouts during that week. But I started a little heavier than I probably should have. I only got, I think, 4 reps, but I felt like my speed of controlling it was pretty good, and I felt like my form throughout the movement was good. Again, apologies for the bad camera angle. I promise I won't keep forgetting my tripod. But overall, definitely just start the workout a bit lighter, but finishing off the workout I think went pretty well. I then moved on to the tricep portion of my workout, starting with single arm tricep pushdowns. These are probably my favorite tricep exercise to do. They're kind of my go-to. I do them pretty much every tricep day, every day that I do triceps. Now, I think this one I could have started by slowing down a little bit. The weight was a good weight, but I just wasn't doing the movement at the speed I should have been. I needed to slow down the extension and make sure I'm controlling the contraction a lot better. But other than that, I think they went pretty well. And I ended up lowering the weight because I only got 7 on my second set, and lowering the weight was definitely the right move. And to round off the tricep portion of my workout, I did some overhead tricep cable extensions, or overhead cable tricep extensions, whatever you want to call them. I don't know if you're picky with the name. I don't know. But these were terrible. Looking back at this video, they were pretty bad. Definitely need to lower the weight. I didn't have the grip I wanted, but that still doesn't excuse just how awful they look. Like in the moment, I thought, yeah, it's feeling all right. It's okay. But looking back on this video, no, it wasn't. Um, I wasn't getting a good range of motion. I was at an awkward angle and just not controlling it, not good form. So definitely need to start by lowering the weight next time and focusing way more on how I'm doing the movement, especially for this one. And lastly, in this arm day, I did an ab workout because, like I said, still figuring out the best days to implement abs into my normal schedule. Um, just went ahead and finished off my arm day with some quick abs, just 3 sets of some decently weighted ab crunches. And I would say I was feeling sore after them, but that's probably more due to the fact that I don't do them enough. So my muscles aren't as used to being worked. But regardless, they felt good. I felt like I did them pretty well. I felt like the weight I used was good. So overall, positives. And obviously, as you can see, I didn't have my tripod, so I was just kind of holding my phone for this posing. So I did some like when I got back to my apartment, but I wasn't really doing much here because I was just holding the phone and I wasn't really feeling it without my tripod. You may have noticed in that video that there was no forearms at the end. That is because not previous, but prior to working out, we actually, and as in we, I mean the apartment, like building complex that I'm living in, had a volleyball tournament prior to me working out, and we actually won the tournament. So my forearms were absolutely just burnt out from smacking a volleyball around all day. So I decided to not do them. My hand was also hurting, like I've stated previously. Still, I do think it's getting better, but it still hurts. So just made the executive decision to do abs rather than forearms, as you can see. But besides that, yeah, we won a volleyball tournament, so that was pretty neat to win that here in Australia, not even being native to this campus or this area. But regardless, as for the workout itself, overall, not a great day. Like, maybe I'll like start rating how I feel about work. Like today was probably a solid like 6 out of 10, maybe even a 5. It really wasn't good, and especially looking back on it, I didn't realize it could have been better. It always can be better, but this definitely could have been better. So this day was just it was a midday, and I'm gonna learn off that and do better at fixing the problems I've already addressed that I'm not going to go over again. I'm going to do I'm going to do better at not repeating myself. Like, I don't want the end portion of the video just to be repeating what I said in the middle, you know? So I'm still working with formatting and just how I'm doing things. So just need a little bit of time to figure all that out. As for the microphone too, I'm holding it now. So if I'm waving it around, hopefully that's not affecting my voice too much. I did notice in the previous videos that I've uploaded that a bit bassy when it's like clipped onto my shirt right here. So I'm thinking it might be a problem with how close it is to me, because there's some times with certain letters or words that I'm pronouncing where it's really bassy through the mic, and just is not that audibly appealing. So I'm gonna just keep experimenting and trying new things out. But like I said, workout not that great. Gonna do better. Gonna learn from it. But besides that, we won a volleyball tournament, and that's all I got. So I really hope you all have a great day and enjoy the video.